Hello, Tampa Bay and Japanese Pokemon card enthusiasts. Today I went exploring locally and I found some Japanese packs finally. So I picked up a couple loose ones and we'll be opening them up here on camera. Japanese inventory is still weirdly scarce. Nobody really has sealed boxes, but someone today did have some sealed packs. So these were cheap enough to take a shot on, and I barely recognize some of these sets. The Ninja Spinner I knew right away. The Team Rocket one definitely knew all about. Um, so we'll go ahead and we'll get to opening these guys up. Again, I don't know too much about these sets other than I really like the way these packs look. I did have to look up the names, so this one has the coolest name of all, Ninja Spinner, man. I got two of these. I didn't know which one this one was. The other two I did. But we'll start with this guy and let's get this going, man. So a couple of my listeners brought to my attention that my volume for my microphone could be turned up a little bit, so I've gone ahead and done that, and hopefully it's not too loud now. Um, let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here. The ones that I don't know too well, I'm not gonna try and guess at what they are. I recognize this guy. His he looks kind of cool sitting there with the all green background and the sorry, it's a little hard with your cameras upside down. Not entirely sure which way the card needs to get moved to be centered on there. But we'll take a look at this guy. It looks like a little bit of a haunted forest scenario there, which is appropriate. Even though this guy's a fighting or ground type in the card here, he's typically a psychic, I believe, or perhaps even a ghost. But he's definitely got a haunting nature to him, and his evolution definitely does too. We'll keep on going here. Don't want to get caught up on this the not necessarily lesser cards per se, but don't want to get distracted from maybe the cooler ones in here either. An old standby Weedle, we definitely know this guy. He's one of the original ones, and I'll get that a little closer. It's kind of a nighttime foresty. I don't weird alien structure back there type setting. So I don't know. It's cool for a Weedle. Um, Next up, we got looks like Frogadier, which is he's pretty cool. Actually, yeah, I think Brokey, Frogadier, then Greninja. I want to say, hopefully, maybe somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'll probably look it up after this, but he's cool. I hope to see his older brother in here. That'd be pretty neat. Um, then we've got Delphox. I love Delphox. This looks like our reverse hollow situation here. Maybe actually hollow too. Okay, yeah, it's got a shining border and then yeah, that's a neat one. I love Delphox. That's always my starter from that batch. Even though Greninja definitely the more famous one, I like this guy. He's actually my Mega Evolution in Pokemon Champions. When I do ladder play, he's my go-to finisher. Heck of a sweeper. Really fun character. We'll get him in a sleeve right off the bat since it is the hollow, and since that's the right thing to do. And then the last one in here is he's a little lesser appreciated guy. This is Avalug. Looks like he's right at home in the middle of a frozen ocean, perhaps a glacier, or tundra type setting there, but certainly fitting for an ice Pokemon. So that's the end of pack one. I only 5 cards in there. That's definitely strange. The terrestrial ones certainly had more than that. But let's move on to the next one, and hopefully there's at least more than 5 in here. But if not, oh well. This one is from the Abyss Eye set. This packaging looks so cool. Just like a haunting, menacing eye with a green and purple swirls in there. Just really cool. Darkrai theme set. Um, I don't know the card trick on all these packs. I didn't bother to look up moving them to make sure that the holo gets released last, and I didn't have too much luck on my previous packs doing it even when I did look it up. So we'll just open these as they come because I don't care that much. It's fun. It's fun to look at them. It's fun to see them. So here we go. I do not recognize this guy, even in the slightest. Don't recognize his smaller evolution either. Um, Always cool to learn about a new Pokemon. I like his aggressive demeanor there, even though he's got that little bit of a smirk and his pinkish nose is betraying his toughness a little bit, but still a neat card. I typically like dark Pokemon as it is, so I'll have to look up who this guy is. I'm gonna set him a little to the side over here to make sure I remember. Um, I recognize this guy as from the Primarina line, but I don't quite recall his name. Um, Piplup, perhaps. Like I said, I don't want to guess too much, but he looks pretty cool running on the beach there with a little bit of a canyon situation, a wide open sky in the back. Also, see why that previous card, that pink nose, really takes away from the aggression there. But there we go. Let's on to the next one here. Uh, I recognize this guy, dinosaur looking fella, but I want to say it's a grass and ground or a dragon some sort. His name escapes me right now, but it's definitely one that I should know. He's been around for a little while at least. Um, but another cool card. We'll definitely have to check and see who that is. This is. It looks like that Sinistcha again, or perhaps the since the little evolutionary thing is up there, it makes me believe that this is the evolved one. That's typically how it works. So I would think this is Sinistcha, and there is no holofoil card in here. Our last card. I've seen this guy before too. I can't recall his name either. A newer generation Dark Fox, but also a neat card. So no real hits in that one. I sorry to say, but hey, that's the way she goes sometimes. It's still fun to open them up and take a look at what you got. Even though there's only 5 cards in here, I love that they're all Pokemon. That's kind of cool. There's no trainers or energies or any of that sort of stuff. Pack number 3 here. Let's get back to it with another Ninja Spinner. Let's see what we've got here. I believe this is Emolga. It's one of those infamous Pikachu clones that every generation seems to need to have. But this one is he's a little bit unique in that he's flying type too. So definitely recognize him. Definitely, I'm pretty sure that's his name. But he's cool. We'll set him down here. This guy, I definitely recognize his evolution from. I want to say it was Arceus. It was so cool. Overquill, I think. Anyway, this guy, he's pretty cool. Just a little fierce puffer fish looking guy, shooting off spikes in all different directions. I really like that pink and blue contrast for the underwater there. That's pretty neat. I appreciate the detail that goes into the cards, especially even the ones that aren't worth much. They're still cool. They're still fun to have. They're still fun to look at. I think this guy is Ferroseed, I want to say. Believe he's the predecessor to Fortress. But pretty cool. Little steel pine cone. I always found that kind of neat. In concept anyway. It works out doubly bad for him though in against fire, since steel and grass are both weak to fire. But anyway, cool card. Like how he's kind of surrounded by some foresty vines there. Look, uh, like I like his little personality shining through just through the two eyes. Like it's still there. Like it's pretty cool. Anyway, we've got a trainer card with a couple guitars in here, so I always appreciate that. I don't know what function this trainer card has or any of that. But it's cool anyway. I like that one. And then I can't quite make out this card. It's a bit twisted up. It almost looks like it's a Deoxys, like shielding itself. Kind of like see his face poking through there. I but I'm not sure. We'll have to take a look and set that with the other one that I didn't know to find out exactly what card this is. Only 2 packs left. This one's really cool. It's from the Nihil Force set. Nihil Zero set, perhaps. It was the one. It was one that I had to look up. I wasn't too familiar with the name, but really cool. Let's get into it and see what kind of cards we got on this guy. Some packs definitely open easier than others. Some of them just rip right open. Some of them you gotta actually rip into, which will always make you a little nervous. The first card we got here is the hippo. I'm not certain quite what the first guy's name is, but I know that he grows into Hippodon, who's quite annoying to fight on the video games. But I really like how he's in that wide open vista, like, walking through the middle of a canyon, like super serious scenery there for a cartoonish looking little hippo. It's they never cease to jam wonder into these cards. The next one I definitely know and recognize. This is Haunter. We we know this guy. I like the uniqueness of this Haunter. He's kind of almost got a shape more akin to a Gengar than the floating version that we're used to seeing. I like how he's kind of in a lit forest. Normally, a Haunter is always in a dark setting. So the fact that there's some like dusk or sunlight shining through is kind of different. I like the snow on the tree. I like this Haunter, man. Like that's a cool card. That is neat. I'll definitely be checking out the Gengar that goes with that guy. Next up, we got a Staryu in here. Really also cool nighttime setting. I like how we're getting the sun and the moon shining through on these cards. Like it really adds a lot of atmosphere and a lot of like feel to the card, especially when there's not a whole lot of real estate taken up with words. Like on the Japanese cards, like it's literally just the word and the move. Like on the English card, I guess you would have just a word if it was just a one-word move. But just to see this little type print, and then have the artwork stand out, and then just on the blue background, like this is what it's all about, man. Just appreciation for all cards, especially the ones that kind of sneak up on you. Like that, this isn't a shiny card. This isn't one that you're probably ever going to play with, but it still looks cool. It's still the thing. It still checks the boxes. These last two, I recognize both of them. This guy up first, I can't recall his name, but it's like let's see if I can get a little bit closer in there. He's a like a sand crab, but it's more like he's like a kind of looks like a sand house or a sand castle with giant tentacle arms, with the crab pinchers on the end coming out of him. His name escapes me at the moment. I'm certain if I thought about it, I could probably come up with it. But really neat card. It's a lot of action for this guy. A lot of movement implied there. A lot of flying water and dirt stuff flying around it. That's a neat card too. I like that one. find myself liking a lot more than not liking, which is okay. Uh, this one I'm not too excited about. I'm really kind of a little bit let down that I haven't gotten another holofoil card yet. But this guy I definitely recognize. Actually, I just ran into it on Pocopia. The way that you get it is you put its fossil back together. I want to say Auroras is its name, but it's an ice rock Pokemon, but it looks like a dragon, and it's a water type card. So go figure. You never know what you're gonna get in this world, especially when you start crossing all the streams. But one pack to go. It's the one I'm most excited for. It's the reason that I pulled the trigger on getting all the rest of them. I also kind of just wanted to support a shop that was selling normal Japanese boosters. It's only like the second or third one that I've come across, and it was the only one that had more than one selection. Everywhere else just had one box that was open. So for these guys that have 4 or 5 different sets, I thought that was cool. I wanted to say thanks in my own way by getting a couple packs, and opening them up's always fun, even if it's not my primary focus or not really what I want to be doing with building my collection. I still understand and appreciate the experience that goes along with it. And heck, it gives me another opportunity to talk about the cards. So anything that brings me closer to the world is where it's at. I'm struggling a little bit with this rocket pack. Hopefully there's a reason for that. But alrighty, there we can finally go. Got it open, and let's see what we got in here. I don't recognize this guy even in the slightest, so I'm not gonna pretend like I do. I He's kind of a funny looking little bird. Has got a silly looking little beak, white tip wings, pretty basic artwork flying through some skyscrapers. I would have liked to see, that can. This is a different set, of course, but that sun and moon stuff was really doing it for me too. So I guess kind of down here there's some implied sunlight or whatnot, but those ones where it was really prominent on the upper half of the card was really doing it for me. This is still cool. It's still all right. Moving along, see what else we got in here. I don't recognize this fella right off the bat. Um, he's got a little rocket symbol on there though, so that's kind of cool. I like how they're doing that with the sets. I've seen on the newer ones that there's a Pikachu there. It's an easy way to determine what set it's from, and it's nice when they do that. It's also something that's very old. It's the legacy cards would put exactly in that location what set it was, the fossil or the Neo or the gym, whatever the case may have been. Rocket, of course. I like how this guy's kind of got a horde of Pokeballs back there. It looks like he's in their hideout, which is very fitting. It's just another one that I'm gonna have to look up because I don't recognize him. So the next guy up is Tyrogue, which is very cool. I'm a little bit excited that I got something that I like in here, so we'll take a look at that next. This little fella, he's pretty neat. I love the stretching. Everybody knows I'm a yoga guy. Anything that stretching, meditating, it's like this guy's whole game, right? So I like him. I appreciate him. I like the rock setting. It's a neat card. This I'm more and more excited to look at this now. I have no idea what this is worth or what if this is the good one or what. But Team Rocket's Moltres. I got another shiny card, which I'm very excited about. Let's go ahead and we'll get him right in the sleeve. Man, this is a neat card too. It's full card art. It's got the little rocket emblem there, like I was just talking about. It's Moltres, man, one of the 3 legendary birds. I love it. Just coincidentally, another guy I ran into on Pocopia. I built all of the shrines to get the 3 legendaries, so you can have them follow you around. But anyway, I'll get this guy right up here so everybody can take a look. The fire swirls, I always love that. Hints of Blaine's Arcanine, so definitely a really cool card. Made the whole experience worth it. Even though, like I said, opening cards isn't the primary way that I'm going to be collecting them. To still do it sometimes is really fun. So I do have one last card here. It's not a shiny one, but it is a favorite of mine, so I'm going to talk about it for a second anyway. This is Ampharos, another Team Rocket version apparently. This guy looks awesome with the lightning bolts coming out everywhere. I like his surprised or a little stunned expression that he's got going on there. This is a really cool card. I like the blue and the going into the dark shading with the yellow Pokemon and coming through there. Very neat, very cool. Really had a good time opening cards. I guess I always do. That's probably why I did it. Thanks to all of you for joining me, and please continue to join me as I move forward on my journey through exploring Japanese Pokemon cards in Tampa Bay. Thanks again.